Hello, my internet individuals. Welcome or welcome back to this channel. In today's video, we are going to be discussing how much weight I lost over this last year, woo, slash my end of the year body review slash beginning of the next year of weight loss challenge body starting point. Huzzah. So we'll give a quick overview here. Dun, 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 dun. As you can see, really not much has changed at all. I don't really have any space right now to like set up a camera and film my measurements, so I already did my measurements and we're just gonna go over them together. Oops, sorry, there you go. This was today, 12/31, 2021, so literally exactly a year ago. And these were my measurements. My neck was 13.5, my breasts, so like right here at the fullest point, were 46 inches. My under boob was 39, so that's like underneath here, yep. Right around my belly button was 45 inches. Underneath my big fat bulbous belly, like where my pants sit, which is my underbelly that I call it, was 42 inches. My hips were 44 inches. My left thigh 23, my right thigh 23.5. My left calf was 14 inches, my right calf 14.5 inches, my left bicep 12 inches, and my right bicep 12.5 inches. If you can't see though, I have improved in muscle definition and in tone, even if we haven't really lost a lot, right? So then my weight was at 208.6 pounds, slash 94.6 kilograms, slash 14.9 stone. I kept my measurements at the 31st slash the last day of every month, and as you can see, I lost 4 pounds that first month, but then I bubbled back up just 3 pounds, and then I lost 4 pounds again that month. And then this is where I started to get really, really sick. Like, this is where I started to be unable to stand up for like more than 30 minutes at a time before I would start either getting dizzy or getting really super nauseous. I could hardly lift my knees, let alone like do vigorous like high knee exercises. It was really difficult. It's still kind of difficult to think about because of I've never been that severely ill before, to the point where like it affected me so badly I couldn't take a walk. It was brutal in terms of having to go through it, and I am still terrified of ever possibly being back to that point again. So far, for half of November and all of the month of December, I have felt back to my normal pre-back break self. So like feel like I have the same amount of energy I had before I even broke my back, right? But so for these months, not only did I find it nearly impossible to exercise, but I also just completely forgot, slash it wasn't even in my mind to be monitoring my body stats, because my body was doing so many other different things, right? The physical size of it wasn't a worry. My worry instead came, what's going on with me, right? And so the doctor did think that it had something to do with my weight, so I once again get on whatchamacalliting my weight to make sure that that's not the case. And as we can see here, from March to August, I only gain about 1 pound, and for the most part, my measurements stay the same. They're down a little here, up a little there in other places. And then that was on 8/24. I just entered that column in, because then again, literally only a week later, here I am forgetting completely, slash not feeling well enough to follow through with it. And then mid-November is when I started to feel better. Yes. It's when I started to get my energy back. It's when I started to feel like myself again. It just makes me happy to see in general like the information on the screen here, because it's like watching how I felt the last year in stats. So we get to the end of November, I am almost at the same place that I was at the beginning of the year, only I had gone back up a pound, but here I am, end of November, still feeling well, so I feel like I can start to dip my toe back into trying to get physical, trying to get active, and this whole time, by the way, I have been dieting. I have been I haven't been calorie deficiting, I have been dieting in the way I have been eating a healthy, whole, balanced diet. Lots of vegetables, lots of fruits, lots of home-cooked meals. The need for both dieting and exercise, at least with my body type, is very great, because I'm not sure what it is, but like ever since I broke my back, ever since a little before I broke my back, actually, I stagnated before I broke my back, I haven't been able to drop any farther below the weight that I had been at that time. And then after breaking my back, that weight bounced back up to 220, and then I managed to drop it down to a little below 210, as we can see right here. But now I haven't been able to break this 200 cycle this whole year. We started at 208, 204, 207, 203, 204 again. Here we are now in November, 208, and now today, 207. So I cannot get out of this 200 to 210 little area here. That is going to be the goal for 2023, is to bust below that 200 line. I know I can make it 100%. But the totals of what we lost for the year, so the difference between today and exactly 1 year ago, 12/31, is I have lost about a half of an inch in my neck. Oops. I lost about an inch in my breasts. I lost about 2.5 inches in my underboob. I did not lose anything at all in my belly button. I lost 2 inches though in my underbelly. So, funnily enough, my belly actually looks a lot bigger than it did when I started, because I lost significant 2 inches underneath my belly, which is where my pants sit, but my belly, around my belly button, the big bulbous part, has in fact stayed the same. And then my hips, we lost 1 inch, we lost 0 around my left thigh, around my right thigh we lost 1/2 inch, around my left calf we lost 1/4 inch, around my right calf we lost 1/2 inch, around my left bicep, this one right here, I did actually lose 1/2 inch. I did not lose anything around my right bicep, as you can see, but like we talked about, you can clearly see much more definition. So while I did not lose anything in inches / circumference of my bicep, we do know that I significantly lost fat and gained muscle, because you can physically see the cut and definition of the muscle I gained, which you could, like, that was not there last year. In weight, I lost a grand total of only 1.6 pounds for the whole year. And in all actuality, I gained weight and then lost it, and then gained weight and then lost it again. And I'm actually at a top of the gain right now, maybe on my way back down for a loss, because we were at 208. We moved down to 207. So yeah, so that's where we are going into January 2023, and that is my body stats update. We're not quite sure yet what we're going to be doing in terms of exercising. Both of us really want to go back to lifting at the gym. However, we can't really afford a gym membership right now, and the Planet Fitness gym membership that we could afford, that we usually do use, has recently started using the predatory practice of requiring people's bank accounts and routing numbers so that they can charge you their fee whether or not you have the money in your bank account or not. So for those of you who maybe never have had this problem or don't know, what this means is that normally if you didn't have the money in your account, your debit card wouldn't let the transaction go through, so it wouldn't overdraft you. However, when somebody has your routing number and your bank account number, they can take that payment with or without there being the funds in there, meaning that they can overdraft you. And that means that Planet Fitness, or at least the one near us, has decided to use the predatory practice of taking money out of people's accounts, whether or not it's there, instead of just canceling their membership for the month or not allowing them access to the gym until they pay their bill. We no longer support Planet Fitness and its predatory practices and will not be going there because we have had nothing but horror stories from the places who have decided to operate like that, and we just don't want to add another one to our list. But thank you very much for watching. That was my body stats update. We will be moving forward into the new year again with that goal. That first mini goal is to break underneath 200. Damn it. But other goals that go into that are, of course, I'm going to try calorie counting again. Back when I was able to do it regularly, it was very successful for me. The problem is I got really lazy. It's a lot of work to measure your food and count it and record it. It really is. It adds no less than 15 to 20 minutes to any meal prep time that I have, which sometimes I just do not have that extra time. So especially during this last year, being extraordinarily as sick as I was, plus being still trying to manage grad school, plus still also managing teaching, it was something. So now that it's my last semester of grad school and we're opening up hopefully it's my last semester of my master's degree. It might not be my last semester of grad school because I did apply for a PhD, but now that we're opening up into hopefully what should be a slightly less stressful year, like the whole year should be less stressful. The beginning of it's going to be very stressful because I'm taking my MA exam. However, once we move past that, it's going to be free, open, sailing, happiness, flowers and sunshine, and hopefully weight loss. Woo! Thank you, my interesting internet individuals, for watching. If you enjoyed this video, if you could please be ever so kind as to delicately caress that like button. And if you would like to see whether or not I managed to lose any fucking weight at all over the next year, go ahead and subscribe to this channel. I also make videos about life in academia, these fitness videos, videos about travel, and videos about writing, specifically being a writer and tips for other writers. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, night, evening, whatever it is, wherever you are. Ha blue blah blue blee blah blah blah. Welcome or welcome back, my interesting internet videos. Today's my interesting internet videos. Wow. Welcome or butts, face and butts. Blah.